Hey everyone! Welcome back to Old Charles, your ultimate destination for coin lovers and collectors from around the world. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the Australia 10-cent coin from 1972. Is it rare? How much is it worth today? Let's find out. Let's start with a little history. The Australian 10-cent coin was first introduced in 1966, when Australia switched to decimal currency. It replaced the old shilling and featured a completely new design reflecting Australia's native wildlife. Now, the 1972 10-cent coin belongs to the early years of decimal coinage in Australia. It was minted during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, and it's part of the second series of decimal coin production. While it might not seem old at first glance, remember, this coin is now over 50 years old. The obverse of the 1972 10-cent coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, a British sculptor. This elegant design shows the Queen wearing a tiara, and it was used on Australian coins from 1966 to 1984. On the reverse side, we see the beautiful lyrebird, one of Australia's most iconic birds, known for its incredible ability to mimic sounds. The artwork was created by Stuart Devlin, who was the official goldsmith and jeweler to the Queen. The detail in the feathers and the graceful tail is simply stunning. The coin is made of copper-nickel, that's 75% copper and 25% nickel, and it has a diameter of 23.60 mm and a weight of 5.65 grams. Now, let's talk numbers. In 1972, the Royal Australian Mint produced about 32 million of these 10-cent coins. That might sound like a lot, but compared to other years, it's actually a lower mintage, making this year a bit more sought after by collectors. Most of these coins went into everyday circulation, meaning they've been passed through many hands over the decades. That's why finding one in uncirculated or near-mint condition is becoming increasingly rare today. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is everything. Coins are graded from poor, P, all the way to mint state, MS, and even the smallest scratch or wear mark can affect the value. Circulated 1972 10-cent coin in average condition may show signs of wear on the Queen's portrait or the lyrebird's feathers. But if you're lucky enough to find a coin in uncirculated or proof-like condition, that's where real collector interest begins. If you're unsure about the condition of your coin, you can always take it to a local coin dealer or even submit it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Now the big question: what's it worth? A circulated 1972 10-cent coin is generally worth between $0.10 and $1 AUD, basically its face value or slightly more, depending on condition. In fine to very fine condition, you might get $1 to $3 AUD. A coin in uncirculated condition can fetch between $5 and $10 AUD, and if it's been professionally graded and rated MS65 or above, collectors might pay up to $20 or more, especially if it has brilliant luster or no visible marks. Keep an eye out for errors, such as off-center strikes, doubling, or planchet flaws. These can significantly increase a coin's value among collectors. Here are a few fun facts. Did you know the lyrebird design has remained on the 10-cent coin since 1966? That makes it one of the longest-running designs in Australian coinage. The coin is legal tender and still used in everyday transactions. So yes, you might just find one in your change today. If you're building a collection of Australian decimal coins, the 1972 10-cent is a great piece to include due to its moderate scarcity. Tip: store your coins in airtight holders and avoid touching them with bare hands to preserve their value. So, whether you've just found a 1972 10-cent coin in your drawer, or you're looking to add one to your collection, now you know its history and what it might be worth. The story of the 1972 Australian 10-cent coin begins in the larger context of Australia's transition to decimal currency on February 14, 1966. Australia officially changed from the old British-style pounds, shillings, and pence system to a decimal system, where $1 Australian equaled 100 cents. This was a major national shift, and with it came a brand new set of coins, including the 10-cent piece, which replaced the pre-decimal shilling. The coin introduced in 1966 featured the Queen's portrait on the obverse, and a lyrebird on the reverse, a uniquely Australian species known for its incredible ability to mimic sounds. That same design was continued into the 1972 mintage, making it part of the early generation of decimal coinage. In 1972, the coin still bore the Arnold Machin portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a classic design used on Australian coins between 1966 and 1984. The reverse, designed by Stuart Devlin, showed a superbly detailed lyrebird with its extravagant tail feathers spread, symbolizing Australia's rich biodiversity and pride in native wildlife. The year 1972 itself was relatively quiet in terms of numismatic changes, but the coin is still significant for collectors.
Why?
Because the Royal Australian Mint produced only about 32 million 10-cent coins that year, which is lower than many other years in the decade. Over time, many of these coins have worn down in circulation or been lost, so high-grade examples from 1972 are now harder to find. This makes the 1972 10-cent coin a moderately scarce issue, especially in uncirculated or mint condition, and gives it a special place in the hearts of collectors focused on Australian decimal coins. Although it may not be considered rare in the strictest sense, it is absolutely a coin of historical and collectible value, especially as Australia moves further from its early decimal years. When it comes to the value of any collectible coin, including the 1972 Australian 10-cent piece, the most important factor is condition. The 1972 10-cent coin was made from copper-nickel, a durable metal combination of copper and nickel. While this alloy helps the coin resist corrosion and wear, over 50 years of handling, pocket change, and circulation naturally causes signs of aging. If you found or inherited a 1972 10-cent coin in excellent condition, preserving it is essential. Handle coins carefully ***, always by the edges, and wear cotton gloves if possible. Store them in protective holders ***, such as 2x2 flips, coin capsules, or albums with acid-free materials. Keep them away from humidity and chemicals ***, which can cause toning or corrosion over time. Avoid cleaning your coin. Cleaning can scratch the surface and dramatically reduce its collector value, even if it looks shinier afterward. Remember, even a common coin like the 1972 10-cent can be valuable in high-grade condition, especially if it's been well preserved for decades. Whether you're a casual collector or looking to sell, understanding grading is the key to knowing your coin's true worth.